Elks has gone and stayed in the game to play right.
The good thing about the front office, what they've done is that they've who's just replaced can play all three positions. Gives Pedro a little flexibility.
Well, that I think is there because we all know you go through a lot of relievers in this game. But with a limited bench, you're going to make a good first out.
And he has scored twice.
Can the fourth time be the charm?
Please. I feel like we've seen a lot of. And here's Mateo, another guy who has not been retired tonight. 2 walks and a 3-9
as well as 7. It's been pretty good. You know, we talk about
good changeup. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Mateo. 2 outs. The pitch from Schuster, and he gets him with that changeup. It's bottom of the 7th inning. Good news is it's top of the lineup with Tommy Pham leading it off.
Right-handed Webb comes on.
You know, Tommy Pham was up in a similar situation.
Continues his hot hitting, especially here at home.
So when he came back into the dugout last night in Toronto, locked in on every pitch. You appreciate the game and understand that it won't be here forever. And they take their game to another level.
He also came up with the Cardinals, and he was playing with any of the analytics that he was presented. He said, because I knew.
With that home run he hit last night, it wasn't a meaningless at bat, but it's one of those games where you know you're down.
That at bat was something different. That was where you were looking for multiple runs.
Swings through the changeup, and it. It's a DH spot that's going to be. Here's an 0-2.
In the low 3s, and he's been really good lately.
You know the cool thing about batting practice, cage, and there's some downtime to get that conversation in with the player, maybe get a picture, maybe get a signed ball.
They swing, and you can see just how hard they hit the ball, and it's just in listening to it. Listen to the sound.
The other thing you'll notice when they first get in there, a lot of them punching it down the first base line, bunting it down the third base line.
This guy's throwing 102.
Missing inside.
Still running as hard as he can to beat that play at first base and keep this inning. I mean, it absolutely should be standard because you don't get a chance to run all that often. I mean, maybe in the 8th inning, hustling with everything you have.
The check to first. Inside. Let's make sure he's not leaning out over the plate.
Well, the Red Sox are the surprising team there. I mean, nobody thought the Red Sox were going to do anything this year. They've been in a row. But the Phillies.
And the big strikeout for Tim Hill. There's 2 outs here in the 8th.
You can't see first place from where you are.
Where are those Marlins at?
Them.
The 0-2 from Hill. And that was a Mets team that got off to an 0 off.
Consistently raising your own, it becomes very expensive to try to buy yourself a team, as the Mets have suddenly figured out.
Wait. Ball DeYoung will start. So you get called up and automatically put into the ball game.
Well, it's rare when you get called up. That's a home run.
Hitting a home run in Arizona yesterday in a complex game at the White Sox facilities in his first at bat. Getting action bats, it'll take him to get back up to speed, but help is certainly on the way.
Well, I think they'll want to make sure that he can.
But 7 through 9 had just had themselves a ball game.
Because up until then, it was tough and tight. This 3-run homer and a 4-run fourth has made the biggest difference.
Against these Orioles. And then we'll play 3 against the Toronto Blue Jays. That Blue Jay series will be big for Nick Nastrini to make adjustments, because you'll see that same lineup again. Good pitch by moved this defense up the middle for the White Sox.
Certainly has that. Make the play.
Speedster. 1-1 pitch. The pinch hitter back in the 6th inning. His second at bat of the game. And then here's game 1 in this 4-game series with the Blue Jays. 3-2 pitch, and Joke stays alive.
Baseball, and then 2 with the Cubs at Wrigley Field.
And Joke